Somewhere along the way, you got told that if you just learn enough grammar, speaking English will follow naturally. So you studied the rules. Present perfect, past continuous, conditionals, passive voice. You can explain the difference between I have eaten and I ate. You can diagram a sentence if someone asked you to. And yet, when you open your mouth to actually speak, it still doesn't come out smoothly. So what happened? Grammar was supposed to be the key. Why isn't it working? Here's the truth. Grammar is the skeleton of language, not the whole body. It gives structure, but structure alone doesn't move. You need muscle, breath, reflexes, the things that make a body actually walk and run. Speaking needs those same things, and grammar doesn't give you any of them. Let's break down what grammar actually gives you and what it doesn't. Grammar tells you what's correct. It does not tell you what's fast. Knowing that a sentence should be, I have been waiting for 2 hours, is very different from being able to produce that sentence instantly in the middle of a live conversation while someone is looking at you waiting for a response. Grammar knowledge lives in the slow, analytical part of your brain. Speaking requires the fast, automatic part. Those are two different systems, and studying grammar only trains one of them. Grammar is rules. Speaking is reflex. When a native speaker talks, they're not running through rules in their head. They're not thinking subject-verb agreement, past tense marker, correct preposition. The sentence just comes out the same way your legs just start walking without you calculating balance and force. That automatic reflex only comes from repetition, saying the same structures over and over in real situations, not from memorizing why they're correct. Grammar is static. Real conversation is dynamic. In a textbook, a grammar rule sits still on a page, calm and predictable. In real conversation, someone interrupts you, changes topic, asks a follow-up you didn't expect, and you have half a second to respond. No amount of rule memorization prepares you for that kind of pressure. Only actual conversation experience does. Grammar is about accuracy. Fluency is about flow. A person who speaks slowly but grammatically perfectly is not more fluent than someone who speaks quickly with a few small mistakes but keeps the conversation moving. Native speakers value being understood and having a natural flow far more than they value textbook perfect grammar. Chasing perfect grammar while speaking often makes you slower, more hesitant, and more likely to freeze. So does grammar matter at all? Yes, but its job is different than people think. Grammar is best used as a tool for noticing and correcting after you've already tried to speak. You speak, you make a mistake, and grammar knowledge helps you understand why it was wrong, so you can adjust next time. Grammar supports the process. It was never meant to replace the process of actually speaking. So what should you actually do? Practice producing sentences out loud, even messy ones, instead of only analyzing sentences on a page. Let grammar be the editor, not the author. Speak first, then let grammar help you clean up patterns you notice yourself getting wrong. Focus on speed and flow before you focus on precision. A hesitant, perfectly grammatical sentence is often less useful in real conversation than a fast, slightly imperfect one. Get real conversation reps. Nothing simulates the speed and unpredictability of real talking except actually talking. Grammar builds the frame. But the only way to make that frame move, breathe, and speak is through use. Real, repeated, imperfect practice. Learn the rules if you want, but never mistake knowing the rules for being able to play the game.